right, what we're going to do here is you guys have seen the post, I think. I made a post earlier this morning about what some questions you guys want to ask the three handlers. I'm going to read through them and pick which ones I want you to answer. Lane Eichard, he's going to be our first question. He says, how many hours of hunting are put in a week to get prepared for hunts and training? Let's do with you first, Scott.
Good gravy. I guess I've never broke it down into hours, but so probably 3-4 nights a week.
Yeah.
I'm going to go at 6 hours.
6 hours? I can do that.
A night.
But you got good dogs.
Sometimes 3 to 4, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't. There's no way to hunt longer than about 6 hours.
Yeah, that's easy. Busy.
That's probably enough.
Shy, what about you?
Anywhere from
Shy, how many hours are you going to hunt, whether you're getting ready or not, anyway?
I hunt about the same. I hunt usually about 5 nights a week.
Yeah. So, even if it was more or less, it wouldn't matter anyway.
No.
What about you, Tyler?
I usually hunt 3 to 5 nights a week, pretty constantly. Probably hunting 4 to 6 hours a night or so. So I've got several dogs to hunt. So.
And we still never have our dogs ready.
No.
Yeah.
There's still work to always be done.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing people don't understand is they're never. You ever come into a hunt? I've come into a few where I've really thought, it's not how bad I'm going to win, or how if I'm going to win, it's how bad I'm going to win by. So usually don't work out.
Right.
I usually get my brake speed off.
Normally, I'm pretty consistent on how bad I'm going to lose by.
Yeah. Do you guys ever come into a hunt and think, dog's right, I feel good, I'm the dog to beat?
I have before, but
yeah.
It ain't very often.
No, that's right.
Last time I done that, I got my dog killed in the first cast.
Yeah. So we try to stay away from that feeling from now on up. All right. How important is the 100 strike in each of y'all's opinion? How important is it to get that strike?
Well, with mine, it's not very important because he's just not going to get it very often.
Yeah.
So, I've never been one that just weighs in on that single trait. No, I'm not with it.
Me neither. Stokey's a poor strike dog, so it usually be nice for him to be a little better strike dog, but he's not. So you got to deal with what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does change the outcomes of a few casts, but not enough of them to put just a ton of emphasis on that. It's more on the hunter tree and have a raccoon that matters.
Yeah. I know even with the 100 strike or a quarter strike dog, all you got to do is tree one more coon than the dog that got 100.
That's right.
And if you can't do that, what are you out there for in the first
Probably
place?
not going to win anyway.
Wes won't agree with this, but it'll be okay.
Yes, that's right.
I don't think any of us are thinking we wouldn't want one. But
Yeah. Well, we're not going to turn one down if we got it. Yeah.
It's hard to get one that.
I would pleasure hunt less if I had one because I'd hate to listen to it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What are the traits or the thing that catches your eye when picking a pup, or to look for as you start taking them?
For me, it would be being able to tree multiple kinds of coons.
Yeah.
Just that natural raw talent of not just running off and treeing a red hot one. It would be one that could tree multiple different styles.
Yeah.
Being able to cut it off a tree and it be able to tree another one. I always find that's my favorite to work with.
Yeah. What about you, Shy?
About the same, and one that hustles and moves good.
Yeah, downtime. I put a lot of emphasis on that in the last couple of years for sure. A dog's got to be making something happen. Again, that's back to treeing multiple types of coons, just doing his job and getting coons treed. So,
yeah. Tom Johnson has a good one here. He says, how often do you guys get a phone call from someone who says they got the caliber of hound that it takes to win, and then when you get there, it's a bit of a bust?
Most of the time.
Yeah. Scotty, you bought quite a few. Starter dogs and stuff. How many do you go look at and you think, I really want that one, or that one can compete?
I really don't know how to answer that question. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to think back here of one that actually worked out right in that sense, and I'm not sure that I've went and tried one that lived up to expectations. So the percentage on that's very low for me.
Yeah. And they, a lot of people don't and not really running anybody down. They don't see the little things that it makes, to put it to that next level. Yeah, a lot of dogs treat coons, a lot of dogs, do what they're supposed to do, but there's little things in that, just like I said, for instance, the downtime,
Yeah.
That matters in the long run of it, and it's little things. People, they may not lie about it, and they may see it a different way than we did, but that's kind of how it works.
There's also the travel factor.
Absolutely.
When you go try a dog in his backyard, it's not like you're packing him down the road 6 hours and turning him loose next to 3 strange dogs either. So you don't know how that dog is going to react when you go to look at one.
Yep.
So that's hard, and you can't really duplicate that either. If I got a dog for sale and someone say, I want to come try it, but I want you to drive 6 hours and turn it loose with 3 strange dogs, I'm like, no, I'm good. You're going to come here. So, but you guys can see, you can usually notice the right kind, even if it's right behind the house.
Yeah.
I guess most of them that we've bought, we've hunted with or heard about prior.
Yeah.
And as far as going and trying one, I'm not sure that we ever went and tried one. We normally just bought it, and then the ones that I've had that become good, I just hunted them and kind of formed them the way we wanted them.
Yeah. You don't hear about the ones that Scott bought that didn't turn out either.
Yeah.
You don't. Those aren't running up and down the road and going to hunts or stuff. So a lot of folks don't know about them. Joseph Dale Sherrill has a good one. It says, for the male dogs, will they be open for public stud in the future, and have they been collected? For the female, is there a plan to breed her? And if so, is there a list for a puppy from her? Go ahead, Scott. We'll just do these in order.
Yes, I would say it's not out of Echo's future.
Yeah. What about Stogie?
Same with Stogie, but it's going to be a while. We're hunting right now. He's still a young dog. We've got him collected, but
Yeah.
we're going to wait a while before we do any breeding.
Yeah. And what are your plans for Jen in the future?
I don't know yet. I'm going to breed her, obviously, in the future. I don't know. The plan right now is obviously to breed to Stogie.
Yeah.
We're going to throw their first cousins. We're going to throw all that back together. Kind of a neat deal.
Yeah, that's
And
a no-brainer. There.
absolutely.
Yeah, two world champions 10 miles apart.
Right.
Father-in-law, son-in-law.
And
Oh,
first
okay.
cousins. So
Yeah.
throwing it all right back together. And Stogie's out of a female that I owned, so that was kind of cool too. I don't know if I'm going to do it this spring. I might wait until fall just because Jen is qualified for everything this spring, and I don't know everything else. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the plan for now.
Kyle Short wants to know with these particular dogs, do they like coons being killed to them or not?
Oh, I don't think it matters with mine.
Yeah.
I like to, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure it matters to him.
Stogie's probably not had a coon in 3 months.
Yeah.
Jenna hasn't had one in probably 30 or 40 trees. I mean,
Yeah.
we just don't kill very many.
Fair enough. Let's see. What is the most important thing you do in a cast as a handler that helps you win?
Come on, England.
Single traiting it. The single most important thing.
If you had to knock it down to one thing, that's tough to do.
That's it.
Try not to take no minus.
Yeah.
Don't fight yourself out of a hole.
I
I would say it's
I got kind of a controversial thing, and always gamble on your dog. I mean, that's my opinion of it. I know sometimes you can give a cast away, but when it comes to the end of the deal, they got you there, and I'm going to take my dog 9 out of 10 times on it.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. I always said that, because how many times have you seen Kurt's a fine example of that? God bless him, he gives Whitey 100 pump every cast.
Yeah.
But especially out of the pickup, I'm notoriously late to tree a dog. Especially with our stuff, sometimes it may be there and it may not. You don't want to take that chance. And there's my phone again. Finley's going to give me hell over that. And a quarter and 75 is better on a tree than 100 minus.
Right.
I just sit back, relax, and your dog. If your dog's right and good enough and better than everything else, it's going to treat a couple extra coons or an extra coon anyway. So, what is your favorite registry to hunt and why?
Oh boy. Put you on the
I
spot.
bet I know Scott.
I really can't say I just have one single favorite. I mean, obviously pro sport. I like it because we hunt in it, but I grew up hunting PKC, and I enjoyed. I guess the people that's at them is what makes it my favorite hunt. Would be the right people to make that hunt go good. So and I've hunted with UKC, and of course we won the World Hunt in 2020, and I can't say that wasn't one of my favorite wins there. So I guess it's I really just couldn't single trade it again. At one is my favorite. I just like the hunt against good guys, good dogs that's out there to do right, I guess.
Yeah. What about you, Shy?
I'm about like Scott. I hunt in all of them, and I like all of them. It goes on who you're drawing and the people you're around that make it good.
Yeah.
Good judging. I guess my favorite one I would have to say is whoever had the best judging and hunting.
Hey, man.
That makes my
Absolutely.
the best judges and then the best coon hunting.
Is there anything more pleasurable than a good non-hunting judge in a cast? I mean, that just takes so much stress.
Takes all the pressure off of
It does. Takes all the pressure off of you. What about you, Tyler? You got a favorite registry?
I don't. You know, me and Shy go to most of these hunts together, so you know, we got a pro sport hunt in Claremore in a couple of weeks, next weekend.
Yeah.
I'm
Be
sure
nice
we'll
to have
be
an
there.
entry, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be nice to have an entry, Maynard. Thanks.
Well, either way, I'm probably going to have a late for sale because I'm either going to be really mad or in. So I may have a late for sale.
But no, I mean, like, you know, Jenna's won money in PKC. We won the World Hunt in UKC. Just got lucky, and yeah, any of them. I like them all.
It was a fun win.
It was absolutely,
cool
yeah.
win.
And props to UKC. I mean, winning that thing was awesome.
Yeah,
you know.
UKC does, and we're trying to mirror a little bit of what UKC does with their coverage and things
Right.
like that. Of course, we're helping pro sport, and we're happy to do that. We love going down there and covering their events, and then even now we've been able to do some PKC stuff too with the Jarvis Sumfers. So I mean,
Right.
they were the trailblazers in that with the live feeds and the fantastic coverage and all the work they put into that. So, you know, Alan and Trevor do a fantastic job,
Yep.
and so do the folks at PKC, and of course so do Greg and Scott and Levi at Pro Sports. So,
Besides, they haven't got me an entry yet.
yep. Other than
That,
that,
though.
scale of 1 to 10, how much are they dreading Finley being the judge?
27.
I think he's going to look at him. He's stretched over there, relaxed, no pressure.
I mean, love you, Finley.
We thought he was still outside.
We hardly hear Jenna tonight.
All right, William Beal. Do any of these hounds have wipeout in the bloodline? Of course, Echo does. He's wipeout Echo. I don't think there's no wipeout in your guys' stuff. He's got another good question here. Who is the toughest competitor you've hunted against?
Easy for me. Definitely Junior Jackson.
Yeah. No. What about you, Shy?
I'll say Scott Engel.
Tyler?
Well, minus these two sitting across the table from me, one that I've learned more from than anybody's Blaze Bauer.
Yeah.
You know, open hunt, night in, night out. I've been fuming mad at him. I've
Yeah.
learned a lot. When I learned to shut my mouth and pay attention to what happened, Blaze has taught me as far as competing on all levels more than anybody.
Yeah. I remember we were in an early round at the World Hunt, and I was hunting Rain, and I'd drawn Blaze, and she was chewing real bad. She had an ear infection. She was chewing real bad, and I done treed 3 or 4 coons as winning the cast. The only way I can lose is if she's got minus, and she'd been treed for 15, 20 minutes, and they never did put a stationary on me or nothing. And finally, this guy wanted to walk away from her, and Blaze is in the cast, and Blaze finally stopped him. He goes, guys, that dog's been, he's the only one that realized it. He goes, that dog's been treeing for 20 minutes. He goes, let's just put the stationary on him, make him tree her. If she's got a coon, we can go home. If she don't, we're all back in it. And yeah, he was the only dog man in that cast that knew that dog was treed other than me. So yeah, Blaze is a good dog man, and he packs good dogs. That's a good one. This will be our last question, and it's going to be an interesting one, I think, for some of the people watching this. But how much trash breaking do you guys do when training a hound, and when do you start trash breaking?
That's a good question.
How about you, Scott? You ever break one off trash?
I've not really had any problems with it.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I couldn't tell you the last time that I had one that ran trash bad enough for me to worry about.
Yeah.
You know, so not really for me. That's
I don't worry about it. I don't even run a shocker on mine.
I don't
Usually,
either.
if you got a good enough pup and you go to knocking some coons out, he's gonna quit. He's gonna quit enough of it on his
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Jenna's a prime example of that. When she was a puppy, I went to Shy. I said, this dog's psycho. I mean, she's running everything under the sun. She caught a skunk, treat a possum, and run a deer all in about 15
Yeah.
minutes. And he said, don't worry about it. You'll screw up. You'll by working on her. And she started treeing coons. We started shooting coons, and she quit it.
Yeah,
I think it's good.
Yeah, I'd never shocked her off of it or nothing. She just done.
Micah Carter, that was going to be our last question, but Carter just posted a good one. And Todd Fitzke said, "What's for dinner? We're having barbecue for supper tonight." And so we're going to get that prepared after a bit. But who is the best dog handler team that the world might not really know about? And I just thought that was a fitting question after what Steve Sykes did last weekend.
That was good.
That was a guy that,
Yep.
it was anybody coming into the Jarvis Humphreys Memorial thinking, you know what, my favorite is Steve Sykes and Lightning. You know, that. So I'm sure people knew about him. The dog was a gold champion, and he's still a young dog. You know, he'd done some winning, but that isn't somebody that people dreamed would walk through that hunt like he did.
No.
So, I mean, there's surely another Steve Sykes out there that...
I'm gonna give Wyatt Monin a shout out.
There you
I think
go.
Wyatt and Hawk's a pretty good team. You know, they don't get out there a ton just because they're in no man's land, deserted
Oh,
winter
my gosh.
tundra. But
Still 37 inches of snow up there.
right, they're kind of one that's off everybody's radar. But
Yeah.
that's a good team.
It is a good team.
All right, gentlemen. Let's relax some more and then eat more. We're going to be so freaking stuffed by the time we go out there. I'm already miserable.
Me too.
Can't wait.
Yeah. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to keep you updated right here on this Facebook page. Remember, it goes down tonight, but it airs Monday at 7 p.m. All these guys have vowed silence. NDAs. We have the FBI involved. The whole works. This is not going to get out until the hunt is over. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments. We appreciate it, and stay tuned for more coverage of the Joy Super Hunt. Thank you.